Mirren fans were not deterred by the fuel crisis as they took a large travelling support to Tannadice, and the visitors' early pressure almost paid off when Jose Kutongo sent Jamie McGowan free in the left, but striker Jen Peslak couldn't convert the cross. If that was a let-off for United, worse was to follow in the half-hour mark when they were reduced to 10 men. Stephen Wright was given his marching orders for pulling back Peslak when he was the last defender. Wright's control let him down, as did his discipline, and that earned him the red card. St Mirren were to go close again with this header from Jamie McGowan. Alan Combe making a fine save from the glancing header. Despite having only 10 men, United somehow lifted their game in the second half, and Jamie Buchan was working overtime in midfield and in attack. The Route 1 approach was a regular feature of the match, and it produced this chance for Ricky Gillis. But again, Alan Combe was on top of his game. However, there was also fine build-up play along the way, as this United move shows. Mvondo Atangana, although playing a lone striker role, was always keen to stretch the Saints' defence, and with a little help from Stephen Thompson, they created the chance for Joaquin Fernandez. But the former AC Milan player was well off target. Just after the hour mark, St Mirren thought they'd broken the deadlock when Jose Kutongo got in the end of Tommy Turner's pass. But the goal was disallowed for offside against the Saints striker, and the replay shows the referee was right. Manager Tom Hendry was up to his usual touchline tantrums as his side failed to capitalise on their one-man advantage, and near the end United almost snatched the victory when Fernandez forced Ludovic Roy into his first save of the match. So a point apiece from this goalless encounter, which left the managers with contrasting views.
We had a sluggish start again, and we were second to most things at that stage of the game. But when Stephen got sent off, it seemed to give us a cause, and the crowd reacted to that. The players picked themselves up, picked up a gear, and I felt in the second half we were unfortunate not to win it.
I think if you'd said before the game, coming to Tannadice, or for us, if we go anywhere away from home in the Premier League and get a point, then you can't be too disappointed. I think we were disappointed because of the manner in which we achieved that point. Even in the second half, if we had dominated Dundee United and created several chances, and Alan Combe had an outstanding afternoon, then we could have said it was a 0-0 and we played reasonably well, but it wasn't that. It was a poor 0-0 for us, to be fair.
Tom Henry's a confident man, Gordon, but he's not looking as happy as he was at the start of the season.
No, I think that that comes with the fact that he's been used to getting results there. I mean, he went to St Mirren in the first division and they had a great season. And they're used to winning. All of a sudden, you know, you have to contend with 0-0 draws and trying to work out whether that's a good result or not a good result. The points aren't coming, but they're not the worst. Let's be honest. At the moment, they're not struggling the worst in the league, are they?
And of course, Dundee United are. Alex Smith really has an uphill task there.
Yeah, I thought even in the first game he put his seal on it, he changed things about, but they're just not getting any breaks. I think there's a low confidence factor there. That's what happens at any club. They're doing a bit of an Aberdeen, so I think we can maybe look this season to see Dundee United in the final of the CIS Cup and the Tennant Scottish Cup as well, because they're so bad at the moment and not getting results. But I don't think they're playing particularly badly, but it's certainly difficult for them to pick up results because they're just not scoring any goals.
Alex Smith seems to be doing a lot of buying, bringing a lot of players to the club, a couple of Cameroonian internationals, a French player as well. Is that what he has to do? Because clearly there's a major problem. Yeah,
they've got a great scouting system. Obviously, nobody looking for players in Dundee, but they've got somebody out in Honduras who's found players for them. But you know, let's wait until these players are in and bedded in and see what they do. They might just turn that around for the club. I mean, Aberdeen did it last year. They went and bought a couple of Moroccan players in and gave themselves a lift from doing that. So there could be quality. These players are coming in, and I think Alex Smith needs a little bit of time. If he's changing his team about, if he doesn't think they're good enough, changing his squad, it has to be given time in order for that to work. I mean, I know it's time's running out for them to a certain degree if they get stranded at the league, but they're not stranded at the bottom yet.
Now, Tom Henry at St Mirren, Alex Smith has the ability to buy players, bring players in. Tom Henry doesn't have that luxury, it would seem. What do you think he can do? Because his players, clearly they were dominant in the first division, but lack the maturity, it would seem, at this stage, to play in the Scottish Premier League.
I think it's hard. A lot of the players haven't played there before, but they don't look out of place. In the Premier Division, I have to say, the games I've seen them so far, all the players look capable of playing at that level, but they're going to find it hard to get results every week, because the standard is pretty even when you go below Rangers, Celtic, possibly the way Hibs are playing just now, you count them, but below that there's not much between any of the sides.
OK, Gordon, thanks very much. Well, after that draw at Tannadice, there is no change at the bottom of the SPL. United with their worst start to the season for 20 years. Hibernian's 2-0 victory over Motherwell puts them firmly on top, pending Monday night's Dunfermline Celtic game. Kilmarnock stay in 4th after their 7th successive win over Aberdeen. In the 50th home Tayside derby for St Johnstone, the points were shared with Dundee, as neither were able to break the deadlock.